Oompa Loompa doopity dare, the court finds you breached your duty of care.
Hey Tom, why did you only post one video last week? I don't know.
I don't know what happened last week. It was a total blur. I was busy suing people, and then next thing you know, there was an anime convention that was in town, and I saw Nick Rekieta get stepped on by somebody. Very embarrassing, by the way. And then I went and saw my mom in San Diego, because that's where she lives. It was very nice. Time for Reddit review. Before we hop into the subreddit review, check out the new podium. Pretty slick. Have you ever asked yourself why I don't have to take sponsors on this channel and be a corporate shill? Well, that's because I'm a shill for myself. 855 Tom wins. Can Tom sue me for making this? It depends. That would be a really good time for you to be 4'2". That's the secret, Cap. I've always been 4'2". Here's the beauty about this answer. It doesn't depend. I'm going to sue you. Just for reference, this is 4'2" right here, and I'm sitting behind my podium. You see the chair? I'm sitting.
This is 4'2".
Honest mistake. A zombie baby runs towards you. Panic. You drop kick it. Calm. You're in a Halloween party. Okay, well, if you're at a Halloween party, it is probably unreasonable to assume that somebody dressed up as a zombie is a real zombie, so it would not be justified. Do not do this. Panic is right. Is this a case? Dude keeps calling me bro and chuckling, so I overpriced his tattoo, and I'm gonna make it hurt more than any other tattoo he's ever had. Taking the top layer of skin off with a razor, wiping it with alcohol, needle out, and riding the tube. Dry paper towel dudes in for a world of hurt. Yeah, that is almost certainly a case that is assault. And the worst part about it is, it's probably something that nobody would have ever known except for her posting it on the internet. Remember the rules. Don't do anything illegal. If you're gonna do something illegal, don't post it on the internet. Where's the hammer? They broke all of Tom's rules for illegal activities. Police, California couple left bikes in yard to lure thieves, beat them with bats, and posted videos on YouTube. This is exactly what I'm talking about. And we cover this same issue all the time. The law disfavors self-help. You can't leave a booby trap for people to steal and then beat the shit out of them when they steal it. No. Where's the hammer? And don't post yourself doing it on the internet, dude. Am I legally doing anything wrong? Caught my ex cheating 6 years ago. Broke up on the spot. All of her socials are public. Been looking up her new boyfriends since me. Messaged all of them. Showed them screenshots and audio tapes of her confessions. They all broke up with her. Flash forward to yesterday. Number 11 just showed her the door. She calls me, tells me to stop stalking her and ruining her life. Tell her that she brought this upon herself. Says that she will call the cops if I do this one more time. I feel like I'm doing God's work here. Should I continue doing this? Even if she goes private, she doesn't know that I have 3 mutual contacts that could snitch on her new boyfriend's identity to me. She literally can't win. It's not illegal to know who's dating and to send a message to someone. It's not like I'm messaging her, I'm messaging her new boyfriends. I want to patrol this until the casket. I just want to know how legal it is to do that. Okay, before we get into the legalities of this, homie, you and I have to have a heart-to-heart.
Time for heart-to-heart with Attorney Tom.
Hey, King. I'm so sorry that she cheated on you 6 years ago. That really sucks. It does. I'm not trying to say it doesn't suck, but you need to let it go. It's unhealthy what you're doing. And people make mistakes, and that was a long time ago, and people can change. Now let's talk about it from the girlfriend's perspective. If you're the girlfriend, let me tell you how you should address it from a trial lawyer's point of view. It's very important in trial advocacy to get all the bad facts out first. So if you're the girlfriend and you have a new boy that you're starting to date and you're posting pictures on social media or whatever, this is how you should approach it. Hey, I really like you. I'm glad we're dating. Just so you know, 6 years ago, I had a crazy boyfriend. I cheated on him because I didn't like him and he was crazy. And every time that I've had a new boyfriend or a date since, He has reached out to my new boyfriend. Just giving you a heads up, that is going to happen to you. Okay, thanks for giving me the heads up. That's really not cool that you cheated, but I can kind of see why. But I'm mostly concerned about you, King. Let her go. Just release. You don't need to be focused on her. You don't need to be patrolling her social medias every day or every week or every month. You need to let her out of your life. You need to move on. I'm glad we had this talk.
He's gonna talk at you.
You know what? I should be a dating coach.
Are you having relationship troubles? Do you want to know how to land a boyfriend or girlfriend? 855-TOM wins dating expert.
So with respect to whether or not this is legal, of course it depends. But I mean, is it defamation? No, truth is an absolute defense to defamation, so it's not defamatory to say that she cheated. Is it some sort of harassment? Maybe, but that's probably pretty light. And then practically, are you going to get a DA or prosecutor to go after this guy for what he's doing? Almost certainly not. All the OSHA signs combined into a single sign. Warning, don't be a dumbass here at work. OSHA does not require the sign, but they do require many stupid signs that say close to the same thing. Is that sign funny? Yes. Should you also post the OSHA required signs? Yes. Is this a federal crime or just a felony? Before we even get into it, a federal crime can be a felony. Those things aren't mutually exclusive. I brought brownies for all my coworkers, not because I was being nice, but because I heard they were doing random drug tests at my job and I don't want to be the only one dirty. So unless they plan on firing everybody, then better leave me alone. Oh my God. Okay. So this is absolutely a state felony, regardless of what state you're in. Do not do this. That is terrible. What if somebody took the brownies and had an adverse reaction? You could literally be on the hook for murder or manslaughter. It'd probably be manslaughter. You'd be on the hook. You'd be in trouble. Okay. Now, with respect to whether or not this was a federal crime, of course, it's going to depend. It's going to depend on where you bought the drugs, how you bought the drugs. It's going to depend on what kind of job you have. Maybe you work for a federal agency. Maybe you work for the post office and you're poisoning fellow federal employees. Maybe you bought those drugs in a different state and you carry the drugs over state lines. There are a whole bunch of things that could make this a federal crime. There's just not enough information here to tell you for sure. But do not do this. Knowledge hammer, people, come on. Read this and thought of Attorney Tom. To be totally fair to Willy Wonka, at least a couple of the candy factory casualties involved kids deliberately circumventing reasonable safeguards, sometimes aiding and abetting by the parents who were supposed to be supervising them. What happens is at most 60% his fault. Oompa Loompa doopity dare, the court finds you breached your duty of care. Oompa Loompa doopity disc. That's what the courts call assumption of the risk. Oh my God, this is not that funny, but it's very funny to me. Oompa Loompa doopity doo. Only partial judgment for you. Oh my. This gets a round of applause. This is probably one of the funniest Reddit threads I've ever seen. Does anybody know what state Willy Wonka's in? Because him being 60% at fault is going to depend on how much he pays based on what state he's in, whether that state has contributory negligence, comparative fault, you know, blah, 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 whatever. That's boring nerd shit. I could give you a more defined answer if somebody tells me where Willy Wonka is. Could I Google it? Yes. Am I going to? No. I found what your billboard should be. Injured by injury? Spaceship hit you? Snorkeldorf? I don't know what Snorkeldorf is, but you know, I respect the effort. I think that billboard's a 4 out of a 4 out of sticky notes. It's a 4 out of sticky notes. That's what that board is. What does the bar think about this? They gave my client a life sentence, but I looked spectacular. Okay, so first of all, that's totally capped. There's no way any lawyer would actually post this. I get it. I'm the biggest advocate for lawyers having fun on the internet and having a life outside of practicing law. Outdated? What do you mean it's outdated? Because it can get boring, but you know, there's a time and place for everything. I certainly don't think a lawyer would have a photo shoot at a sentencing hearing where their client got life in prison. Came here from YouTube. I wanted to see how many crimes against Tom I could commit in a single photo. Okay. Drop kicking a toddler. That's crime number 1. I'm a hobbit. Number 2. I'm going to Arby's. Number 3, and arguably the worst crime you can commit against me. What does that sign say? Breaking news. Arby's is no longer liable for any damages because Arby's is above the law. Get wrecked. Crime number 4, misstatement of the law. Just having a sign doesn't mean you're above the law, and certainly Arby's is not above the law. It depends on the foothills. I don't really think that's a crime. Arby's billboard for date night, that's also a crime. Double Arby's crimes, so 5 crimes. One of the comments says, should have put him on a motorcycle, then it would be perfect. I think if I was on a motorcycle and somebody was filming, or if I was filming myself drop kicking the toddler and posting it on social media, then it would be the perfect, you would have covered all the crimes that are regularly discussed on this channel. Okay. I can almost promise you that by the next time I do a Reddit review, somebody's gonna edit this meme and post it on the internet. Also, I have a big announcement coming in like 4 or 5 months. Arby's, I'm coming for you. Mark my words. Okay, that's it for today's video. Bye.
He's a catastrophic injury attorney who accidentally became a YouTuber. Attorney Tom.
Fuck, I can't read, dude.